Let's take the discussion forward with Sanjiv Bhasin is also joining us on the show. Sanjiv, good morning. Sanjiv, the Asia is looking slightly soft today and it's Friday, right? And we've been all so busy making money on the long side, almost 1,000-point rally from that Thursday afternoon. Yesterday, Bank Nifty paused. Do you think that for whatever trigger, risk weightage, etc., soft Asia, if we pause around and digest gains around these levels, that also is okay for a day or two?
Yeah, good morning. So, Ajay, firstly, look at the rally. Last two days, you had almost 400-point rally. So, there will be a pause, 19,900. But the left out feeling and the FI flows will drive this market higher. Let's not wait for too much of a correction or consolidation. We've consolidated on the index enough for 2 months. Yes, the RBI move will have little bit hicks and moves for a day or so, but that is all in the price. Look at how credit is expanding. I was just seeing overnight the US numbers on Gap. The stock is up 12%. So there is a lot of pent up demand which has been on the sidelines. And by the way, the worst performing people's perception was IT, and IT stocks are back with a bang. So there are enough conduits which can take the index higher. Particularly, this windfall tax fall will mean good for Reliance and OMC. Some of parts I am looking at 20,000 coming. Whether it comes next week, today, or by the end of the month, it's very much on the card that new highs are here. The index as such has consolidated enough, and maybe a day or so of consolidation may continue, but we are going to outperform in the near future.
On the cards, you're seeing a bounce back in IT, but you think, Mr. Bhasin, that banks and financials could be a spoiler? And today, if the likes of, let's say, Bajaj Finance or SBI Cards or Paytm does open with a cut of anywhere between 5 to 10%, should one look at buying that dip?
5 to 10% is very easy off the cuff. I'm not looking at such drastic falls. A little bit change in the CET will mean higher cost of borrowing, but these people have highest NIMs in the industry. So yes, maybe a day or so of consolidation, but I would definitely look to buy some of the select stocks. On the other hand, the housing finance companies, since they have 100% collateral, they are looking very good. So some of those plays could catch on. You must realize HDFC Bank and HDFC now as a merger will have half of the mortgage companies with them. I mean, half their business is mortgage. So, I think Reliance, HDFC Bank are poised to drive this market higher. Crude being where it is, you can add a lot of the, tire, paint stocks. So there are enough legs to put the market higher. Bank Nifty may take a day or so of consolidation, but all dips will be bought. Where the bond yields are and where inflation is heading, both India and US is telling us that lending season is going to be very robust, and the liability side franchise is doing extremely well. So a day or so of consolidation is no harm. Select stocks can be, proxy to the news and so on, which is credit cards and so on. But there are enough other players who can make up for it.
Just shift away from all the financials, and Mr. Bhasin wanted to talk to you about JSW Infrastructure as well. That stock listed with quite a bit of gain. That's the only other port player which is available apart from Adani Ports, which is already, quite expensive in that sense. And today, of course, the stock will be in focus on account of that 4,000 crore letter of award that they have got for a port in Karnataka. What do you think are the prospects for JSW Infrastructure after the run-up that we have seen since listing?
So, Anisha, I will not be able to comment because our merchant bankers were one of the drivers to that, and there's a compliance issue for 2 weeks. After that, we will suggest on that. But as a disclosure, we had a buy rating on this stock.
Let's talk about the other space which is buzzing a lot, Sanjiv, and I want to talk about it is auto. Early data suggests that this festive season, the offtake has been good. Some Nomura reports suggest that second half of the year, it's likely to go up. Look at how TVS came back to 1,700 now. Hero Moto almost record high. Out of the two-wheelers, and these are the lagging two-wheeler stocks. Eicher is up 5%. Which ones would be your play in two-wheelers purely?
So, Ajay, firstly, this has been the best sector performing, and it was in the dire straits, say, about a year back. Hero was always casted. Now, look at the numbers. In the 17 days of festivals, they've sold a record number of motorcycles. I used to tell you that out of every 4 EV charging, 3 are Hero Moto. I still think Bajaj Auto, Hero, Eicher, that basket is doing well. But please don't miss the woods for the trees. Some of the OEMs are doing even better. Balkrishna Industry, my top pick at 1800, 1900 is hitting new highs. And Bosch, 12.5, 13,000. Repeatedly, I kept saying you cannot have a better player. And now it is in all parts of OEM which goes into anything to do with auto. Bosch has hit a new high yesterday. And I would still suggest that there is enough room on that basket. So, pick up a good mutual fund. But my dark horse play over there is Ashok Leyland on the commercial vehicle, Maruti on the four-wheeler, and Bajaj Auto on the two-wheeler side. Bosch and Balkrishna Industries are two stocks which we own in our portfolio, and we may see another 30% upside over the next 1 year.
Mr. Bhasin, we let you go. Appreciate you making time and speaking with us.